today I'm going to take you on a slightly different journey than my previous speakers, and my journey will be more in the tech field. All of them have alluded to it, but it's all piece of the same jigsaw puzzle. I'm taking a different piece of the same jigsaw puzzle, but I'm coming from a totally different point of view. I stand before you to address a very important shift in education, one that holds the key to preparing our students not just for the future but for leadership in the technological age. We find ourselves at crossroads where AI, robotics, STEM are no longer optional but integral components of a comprehensive education program. I think NEP 2020 addresses this squarely. Why do I say this? Before I delve into this topic, I must say that I've been fortunate to be in a unique position of being the founder of 6 schools and founder of an edtech company. So I wear a dual lens. So my vision is from a dual lens. So allow me to weave this narrative through 3 stories, each revealing profound insights. Our first story unfolds in collaboration with a school in the capital city of Delhi. In a survey we conducted along with the school, spanning the high school students. The school has a strength of close to 8,000 students. We just only chose the high school students, and we also did a survey of the teachers teaching these high school students. We explored the usage and understanding of advanced AI tools like large language models, ChatGPT, Bard, etc. Astonishingly, 70 to 75% of the students regularly use these AI-enabled tools. Some even extending to creating their own text-based JavaScript programs for real-world applications. That was truly amazing. However, the revelation was stark. Only 25 to 30% of the teachers, including those teaching computer science, were familiar with all these tools, and that too, they were using the tools in a very rudimentary manner. That was the shocker. So this unveiled a clear, deepening digital divide, and this is going to grow faster. So we collaborated with the school to find out what were the solutions which we can bridge this digital divide. So the first thing which we came was that we must conduct professional development programs for teachers, and we have started working with the school. So recently we did a 5-hour seminar for 75 teachers, just introducing them to AI tools, ChatGPT, Bard, etc., including tools like plagiarism. Because just imagine if a student were to come to you and present a paper which they claim they have written, but actually it's written by ChatGPT or Bard. How would a teacher who does not know how to use a tool be able to correct it? Of course, there are tools like GPT-0, Red Art. All those tools can be used, but the teacher must be first familiar with ChatGPT to even use those tools, right? So we went back and said, this was the way we must go forward, and students will use tools. Students, and there is no point of fighting that battle. I like the coinage of Microsoft where they said the teacher is like a pilot and the ChatGPT is like a co-pilot. I think that instead of fighting the technology, we should embrace the technology. So this is one of our suggestions. So as a corollary, we came up with another question, and with which we worked with the school. We pondered what essential skills must students possess in the era of ChatGPT. So this was something that it is not only teaching them about ChatGPT, that was the secondary things, but if everybody is going to have the same level playing field, then what should a student have? This is when all my previous speakers, including Dr. Snehal Pinto, talked about that the cultivation of problem solving, computational thinking. I think these are very, very important, and these have to be incorporated as part and parcel of the curriculum. Because it is, everything else can be easily answered by these AI tools. Right? And it becomes a very different field. So the only solution is how do you compete in such a complex environment? So I think computational thinking, problem solving, I think these are very important. And I think as technology advances, creativity and innovation will take center place. This was also already spoken about. So schools of the future can look at integrating arts, music, theatre more deeply into the school curriculum. I think it's a very simple thing. We already have it, but how do we make it more impactful? I think this is what we discussed. The second story transports us to Trichy, a small town in Tamil Nadu. In partnership with our own PVM school, we identified an all-girls orphanage with about 150 girls. Over the last 7 years, we have been imparting knowledge in robotics, STEM, AI, and coding to these girls. From grade 4 all the way up to grade 8, grade 9. And we have been doing this absolutely free of cost. So this girl is on the laptop, Jaishri, a grade 6 student, with a group of girls from the United States, was talking about wanting to develop a chatbot to help her village get the latest information, be it farming or health issues, and that too in their language, which is Tamil. The takeaway was that there is a genuine hunger amongst these girls to learn new technologies. But what gave me goosebumps was that this girl in 2019, she was in grade 6 in 2019, talked about the need for an AI-powered ChatGPT, which we all learned only in 2022. So, this is almost 3 years before. Of course, we didn't know the solution, but she knew about a need. I think that was very powerful for us. AI tools can fill, I think there is a paper out by a group of researchers, and I think they published this paper for Bill and the Melinda Gates Foundation on how we can use these large language models to help underprivileged. And they talk about local language, local context. And this was exactly what this girl was talking about: local context, local language. So I was surprised to see researchers talking about it, and this young girl, an orphan girl, was able to think so much ahead of time. So there's a huge potential available if we can all focus on these type of tools to help our students and of course even teachers. The third story is a story all of us are aware. It delves into the historical context of our country's colonization by the British. How did 200 years of subjugation happen? Why did we let this happen? The answers are complex. Right? I'm not going back into history, or I'm not getting into any of those things. But one hypothesis suggests that we missed the Industrial Revolution, a crucial factor in the prolonged subjugation. Now, after 76 years after independence, are we heading towards missing the next revolution, which is the digital revolution? Then we would have failed our generations to come, because we did not take action when it was required. This revolution encapsulates STEM, things like IoT, cloud computing, cognitive computing, data science, robotics, AI. I think that this can be introduced in schools more as an experiential learning tool rather than any other way. And things like data science have become so powerful with Python as a language, with AI tools. This is something truly powerful which we can teach our children. So my submission to the school community is, it is incumbent upon us to incorporate these technologies into the school curriculum for the benefit of our students. This, I strongly believe, is our responsibility as school leaders and educationists to ensure that we never allow the recurrence of a prolonged period of subjugation like the 200 years what we faced earlier, or our earlier generation faced. To conclude, I just humbly submit that each one of you think about incorporating these STEM concepts in your schools in any way possible. I think that will benefit all the students who are in your school. Thank you.